Hello everybody, it's Lego Gary the Snail, and I know I haven't made a video in a long time, since November. For now, and I have a bunch of Lego videos planned in the future of this year, but I'll make probably a separate post or video about that, and we'll just see from there. But this is actually an Angry Birds video. I haven't made one of these in almost a year now, so I kind of wanted to make a new one. And this is reviewing an Angry Birds plush set that I have recently completed, and I am very proud to have these plushes. This is the Angry Birds Space Changi plush set. Now, if you remember, about 2.5 years ago, I made a video about the Changi Icebird plush, a review on him, and that was my first ever Changi plush, and since then I've gotten the full space set and 2 classic plushes from the classic set. And I'm going to review the full space set today, starting off with Super Red. So here is Super Red. Very, very nice looking plush, and all the Changi plushes have like a fluffy material to them. And he has like a felt mask, a beak. It's basically the same as the Commonwealth one, or very similar at least. And he looks very nice though. I do really like him. And here's a look at what all the tags look the same. So here is the main tag. Some of the tags are pretty damaged, but I can't really do much about it. And then also has the Changi logo. Yeah, here is the Changi Airport Red. And if you want to learn more about the Changi Airport Angry Birds plushies, I'd check out the video by Maximus Overdrive explaining the classic set. It is an older video, but it is still very informational in my opinion about how these plushes worked, you know. But that's for the classic set. This is the space set, but it's basically the same thing, you know. So that's Space Red, and now we're going to move on to the next character, Space Blue. So Space Blue, it's basically the same as the Commonwealth version. There's hardly any differences, except I need to mention as well, all of these plushes are 8 inches, so yeah. I believe there is 5-inch variations of these guys, but they're pretty hard to find, especially since these plushies were only produced in Singapore. And I know they're common in a couple of other countries and stuff, but in America, these guys are kind of hard to come by. I wouldn't say they're impossible, because I've gotten all these guys off eBay. So yeah, if you're looking for these guys, get them off eBay, and I'm not selling them, by the way, so don't ask. And now we're going to move on to the third plush in the set, Space Chuck. Space Chuck is definitely one of my favorites. This guy was actually in the last Angry Birds plush collection video. These two are new to the collection. Well, actually I got them back in like January, so they're not that new, but yeah, Space Chuck is definitely like my second favorite in the set. We'll get to my favorite last. That's the last one I'm showing. But yeah, here is Space Chuck. His tags are in the best condition, I think, out of all of them, maybe besides one other. It's a little faded, but it's not that faded. But yeah, he's actually quite different from the Commonwealth version. His fur is a little different colored, a little different shade of purple, and then his mask is also different, and his eyebrows are different as well. And I do like that whatever this is actually like 3-dimensional, because on the Commonwealth version I believe it's embroidered. But yeah, it's a very nice laser Chuck plush. And now we're going to move on to the fourth plush in the set, Firebomb. Firebomb is a pretty good looking plush. It's different from the Commonwealth version slightly. His flame at the top is actually 3-dimensional, unlike the Commonwealth version, which is just a piece of felt. But he has like a little wire in the wick, which is kind of interesting to me. But other than that, it's basically the same, just bigger and slightly different embroidery. And then the fifth plush in the set, which is actually my most recent addition to my Angry Birds plush collection, is Space Terrence. And as you can see, it has the tag. Now, the tag is not much different from the Commonwealth space tags. I would grab a plush. I do want to compare these to the Commonwealth plushes at some point, maybe in a future video. Let me know if you're interested in seeing that. But this is the it's just basically similar to the Commonwealth version. Let's take a look at the side tag real quick. So here's the front of the tag. It's the same as the Commonwealth, and then if we flip it, Changi right there, and then there's a ChangiAirport.com link. But yeah, here is the underbelly. The back, he has these spots on them that look really nice. They have some sort of plasticky material under them. And that's pretty nice. But yeah, that's Space Terrence. It's my only tagged Changi plush, unfortunately, but it's not a big deal to me. I don't really care if they're tagged or not. And now we're gonna move on to not the final plush in the set, but the final bird, and that is Ice Bird. So yeah, like I said, I've already made a video on this. If you want a more in-depth detail on this plush, go check out that video. It is old, but I kind of think it holds up a little bit. But yeah, it's just Ice Bird. It's literally like the same as the Commonwealth version. There's like no difference other than the material. But yeah. And now we move on to the rarest and the best plush in the set. Space Pig.
Oh my god!
Space Pig. $100 I paid for this guy. Was it worth it? Yeah. In my opinion, it is, because this is an amazing plush. This is definitely the best plush in the set, and that's not even biased. It just looks the most accurate, in my opinion. And he just looks very nice. His tiny little ears, his spots, his double chin. You can't really see it on camera. You kind of can, but it's there. $100. I don't think that's terrible. I've seen them go for like 300, upwards of that. But yeah, finally got myself the full set here, and that is the full entire Changi Singapore Airport Angry Birds Space plush set. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I know it's, been a while since I uploaded, but trust me, I got a backlog of Lego videos in the works. I'm working on ideas and stuff, and hopefully writing some more scripts soon. I'm trying to focus on making multiple videos at once, maybe, so I can release more in the future. Thank you for watching this video. Comment, like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.